What's up? This your boy Rev Ian Hill coming to you live from the crib in Atlanta. And this morning I'm so excited because I got Rev Sarah Green on the call who is gonna help teach me some songs to lead in this protest tomorrow, y'all. I'm supposed to be leading some chants, and I was like, I know I got some rhythm, but I need a little bit of help. And Rev Sarah said that she would help. And so I'm gonna give it to you and then I'm gonna follow your lead.
Amazing. Thanks so much for the invitation. This is what I want to do in movement spaces, is help people bring their voices, bring art, bring our spirits to this work. So it feels like a real match of what I can do in this moment. I want to talk a little bit about how to set yourself up for success in leading a chant. First, what I want to say, which I don't think is tomorrow, there's a little bit of a situational analysis to be done. When I think of direct actions or protests, rallies or marches that are centering a particular person, group of people, I often want to support them in leading, especially if I'm not asked or handed a bullhorn. I want the Palestinian folks to lead at their direct actions and events. I want the trans folks to lead at their things, unless I'm specifically asked. So
Yes, yes.
I don't think that's tomorrow, but I just wanted to say I've been in a little too many spaces where a random white person is starting to lead a thing, and it just is awkward and unhelpful. So,
Thank you for naming that. Yes.
yeah. So that said, that's not tomorrow, but I have also observed people having a hard time getting people's attention, especially when there's no bullhorn. When the bullhorn is a little easier, but if there's not, there's some things we can do to get folks' attention. The first one is a technology that we call the people's mic. You heard of
Mm.
this, Ian? Have you been around?
Well, I was thinking about stomping your feet and clapping your hands.
You gotta be louder than that. Because if I'm like stomping my feet, if there's like 200 people, we're not hearing stomping feet.
Facts, facts, facts.
Because you didn't hear that, and I'm stomping my feet right
Facts,
now. You didn't
facts,
hear that.
facts, facts. You're right.
But the people's mic is a really great practice call and response. And all you say is the people's mic, and then people respond to you. The people's mic.
The
Do
people's
that a couple
mic.
times,
Oh,
gets people's attention. If you have an announcement, then that's also a good technology. So you go, people's mic, we are here. And then people say, we are here to
mm.
denounce, no, can't, and so it can be a way to sort of give a speech or an announcement in a group of people when there's no amplification. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the people gonna like that.
I think people are familiar enough that they'll know to respond. People's mic. Also, there's drums. You still have time. It's early in the day. Go make you a little drum. Go find a 5-gallon bucket or one of those plastic water jugs that, the 5-gallon water jugs,
Yes.
tie a little string on them and get a stick or a drumstick to bang. You have the time to get that between now and tomorrow. You don't have to wait for the organizers to hand you something. And those are great because they're good bass sounds. I like a good tambourine, but that's not loud enough. So that you could also a trash can. Look, whatever you got, make a
The
drum.
ideas are endless. Yes.
Yeah, you can use your hand instead of a drumstick, but your hand might get tired. So the people's mic, the drums, and then I think you're well situated to lead any of these chants that may be on a handout, or maybe if a chant is a call and response and there's no handout, it probably would work best to just do a call, like a call and repeat.
Call and repeat instead of
Call.
necessarily call and response. Thinking call and repeat.
Yeah, because
Yes,
that's gonna
thank
be
you.
hard to teach in the moment.
Yeah, that's facts. Thank you for naming that.
Or if it is like a call and response, there's some that make a little more sense logically. So there's the who's got the power? Then people can respond. It's a question. They kind of
We
know,
got the
like,
power. Yes.
what kind of power people have. Though that is familiar to people. So that would be an easy example of kind of like a call and repeat, but a little bit more involved. So yeah, I would stick the ones that are just repeat or that are like 2 lines. A question and answer works really well for those chants. Other things that I think our good times to lead songs is when the march has come to a halt. You know, in the march,
Uh,
there's lots of waiting. There's waiting for all kinds of things. Waiting for
mhm,
the police to get out of the way, waiting for people to catch up. There's lots of waiting things to do. That's a good time to start a song. People
mhm,
can focus on what they're hearing. And that's often when I see people not know what to do. When you're
mhm,
walking,
mhm,
everybody's
mhm,
trying to lead a song, everybody's trying to lead
mhm,
a chant. But when we stop, people are like, what's going
mhm,
on? What do we
mhm,
do?
mhm.
Great time to start a song. It's all making sense, Ian. It's helpful.
Yes, yes, yes. I was starting to take notes and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm recording, so I don't gotta write it down. So the people,
Yeah.
y'all don't gotta write it down. You could just keep watching and rewatching. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into some songs that
Yes.
I need to say a couple more things about actual singing, the act of singing.
Mm.
Then we'll sing. There's a longer version of this that I say, but first and foremost, I say sing from your belly.
Mm.
I am sick and tired of, especially our hymns. You know, they're cute, but we be singing them from like our
Yes,
head, and
yeah, and
it
it come
hurts.
out
It
all
hurts me.
nasally too. Yeah.
It literally hurts me. I be coming away with a headache. So let's not do that. At the very least, from your chest, if not your belly, which means more often that we're singing in an octave or a couple of keys lower than what we're used to. We're not, no falsetto. First of all, you can't hear that. Second of all, it's uncomfortable. So sing from our chest, our belly. Ian, you said before we got on here, sing like you're singing or you're calling your grandma from the porch.
Yes. Grandma.
You know, but the people in the suburbs don't have that experience. But if you can
Facts,
imagine
facts, 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 facts. Yeah.
what that was like back in the day. And then I also say, not necessarily for song leaders, but like, I think in a big crowd, it's the perfect time to play. You don't have to get
Mm,
all the notes right. You
mm,
can experiment. You can just sing the parts that you like. You can
mm.
experiment with harmony, with rhythms, with
Well, be
being
careful with this
wrong.
with them rhythms. Oh yes, we do be some people who lose the rhythm with the claps and all of that. So yeah, we can
So right,
experiment.
not for the song leaders. Please, if you're a song leader, be a little confident, a little versed, have practice. But if you're just in the crowd, whatever. It's a great time to experiment with harmonies and rhythm. And when I say rhythm, I mean syncopation. I don't mean not being on the rhythm. I mean being inside of the rhythm in a choiceful way. That can also be tried with the drums. And just sing the parts that you like. You don't have to, we're not in Carnegie Hall. Amen.
Yes, amen, amen, amen.
What else do I say about song leading? Sing it for longer than you think you should sing it. Part of the magic of song, Wendy Moore O'Neill says, is charging the air, is having a sustained effort of practice.
So that's to
And
keep the number of times that you say the same thing instead of switching. Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Hmm.
sing it like 2 or 3 more times through than when you would normally stop.
Thank you for that.
Because yeah, and it's gonna feel uncomfortable for you, but it's gonna feel normal and exciting, and the energy is gonna build for others around you who you're holding space for.
That's important because I do rush and think that, oh, we've been singing this long enough. I need to go to the next one. Thank you.
No,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
sing it for longer. You can also, my friend Matt Meyer does a thing where he teaches a song, and then, and I do this too sometimes. I'll be like, that was a good rehearsal. Are we ready? And then sing it
Uh,
again.
okay,
So you
okay.
can sing a song, stop, give a little word, a speech or whatever, an invitation, and then you can sing it again.
Okay, that'll be good.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be how you do when you teaching me and I mess it up. You'll tell me that was a good rehearsal. You train me
Yeah.
up a little bit, and then we do it again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. You hear that? People in the street in New Orleans.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Um.
yes. You didn't
Anyway.
name that you are in New Orleans. Thank you for
Yeah. Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
work in New Orleans and for this connection for New Orleans ATL and then going out worldwide. Yes, that is the energy
Yeah.
for
The
this.
South. That's what we
Mm.
do. So there's more on that. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so